Okay, so if you aren't new to my page or NFTs in general, you already know what an NFT is. And this content piece in particular is going to go into what it entails to be an NFT artist. And things that you need to consider. This piece, what I'm reading from is The Guide by Gu1de. I'm going to put his information below. But some things that I want to brainstorm is, who are you as an artist? An introvert or extrovert? Are you a traditional or digital artist or both? What type of art do you make? And are you a multidisciplinary artist? I know that when I first came into being an artist, like a fine artist, because I've always created, right? But when we get into what the collectors look at and what people are looking for, you need to know how to describe yourself. At least that's what I get from this when I'm reading it. And I didn't know, so I consider myself a traditional, multidisciplinary, but digital artist. I still consider myself both because I feel like, yes, I paint, but I bring a lot of those elements into my digital design. But my concept, what I speak to in my art style, I made up myself, honestly. I call myself, which I'm pretty sure is somebody out there that does the same thing, meaning they call themselves I call myself a documentary style artist. So I tell my story through my art. There's always some type of story, whether it's just a fun one, a lesson. I often talk to my kids because art, this is what I'm leaving here on this earth. And so when I say kids, it's because I know I want to have a second when I have my beans here as well, Nayo. But like I always just think to the future. And so I know that I'm speaking to the future in some pieces. And yeah, so I think brainstorming, writing down a description or bio of yourself and practicing it. I change mine at least 10 times a year. 10 times. Because it is just one of those things where you're ever evolving. So don't be afraid to say one thing and come back and say another, change it back to the other thing, especially in most of these places where your Instagram bio, your Twitter bio, where you have so many characters to describe yourself. It takes time. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. You might have different things to say based off the piece and different ways that you want to be seen, which I think is really important, and why, talking about your artist brand is really important, because, and also you guys can take a look at this guide yourselves and actually go in and read the whole thing, because there's a lot of information, but I'm going to be pulling a lot of pieces from it to come. But it's really important to talk about your artist brand, because you as an artist, you in anyone, you get to put out who you want to portray yourself as. So you have to develop that person. So brainstorming what you want to be seen as, the kind of artist that you want to be seen as. We do it as people every day, whether you know it or not. But starting with the description that you're going to put in your bio, just a description that you're going to put in your, let's say your on your website, but also on OpenSea or whatever platform you're using to describe, your profile there. It's important to have so you can copy paste, okay? And one thing that we're going to talk about also too, just coming up, is artist audience. That'll be another piece of content that I'll be doing, and these will drop every week. Marketing strategy, who you are, who are your potential collectors, and then perceived value of NFTs are things that we're going to be going over. And so the first part, I'm reading from page 16 of the guide if you want to follow along as we go throughout, so you can take a look at the questions that I'm looking at too, But the first thing is artist brand and influence. And so brainstorm that. Let me know in the comments. Even run by your artist bio if you want. I've had people reach out to me and do that before, and I'm more than happy to take a look. I'm not an expert. I believe you know yourself best, but I am happy to be an extra set of eyes to help you along your journey. Because that's what I'm here for. We are here to grow together as artists, okay, and thrive in this thing. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up because I do like to keep these short and sweet. So I will talk to you later. Again, let me know if you have any questions. Check out this guide by J. Henny Art, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.